wildland-urban interface fires with limited resources in the community of Clackamas County, Oregon. The wildland-urban interface, or WUI, is a region where wildland and housing meet and mix. Houses in the WUI are surrounded by potential fuel for fires. In 2012 alone, there were more than 54,000 WUI wildfires in the United States, costing over $500 million in property damage and over $100 million in suppression cost. Stopping a wildfire before it enters the WUI is of tremendous value. An essential tactic for successful firefighting is the establishment of fire lines. Hand crews currently establish these lines. We need to enhance our ability to create and maintain fire lines, especially in areas that are considered unsafe for firefighters. In addition, current wildfire fighting strategies depend on fire location and weather monitoring. We need resources that will monitor weather and fire location day and night, regardless of the conditions, and enhance communication between the fields and headquarters. Sarah, what are the concerns for the Clackamas County Fire Department?
These are also critical problems faced by structural firefighters involved in WUI wildfires. Houses built in the WUI are designed to blend in with the wilderness. This often results in low fire resistance for the house and its surroundings. Getting to the house may be difficult or impossible for standard structure firefighting equipment. As shown in 2012 Waldo Canyon Fire in Colorado Springs, protecting a WUI neighborhood puts a huge strain on structural firefighting resources. Our current capabilities are not sufficient to adequately protect the growing WUI.
Ms. Chan, what are the concerns for WUI developers?
Our company, Greenridge Developers, has extensive WUI development experience. All our homes are built to be fire resistant, including fire-resistant roofing. The landscaping is designed to provide at least a 30-foot minimum safe zone around the houses. Roads through the WUI into each home are designed for easy access by fire equipment. But even with these added safety precautions, the development is still at risk without adequate firefighting capabilities. Because the homes are at a higher risk from wildfires, home insurability still impacts the development.
Mr. Carr, how does WUI wildfire fighting capabilities affect insurance?
ISO assigns each community a fire rating that sets the base insurance rate for all the homes in the community. This rating is determined by the amount and type of fire equipment available and the number and experience of the firefighters. The home's insurance rating is determined by the ability of the firefighters to protect the home. The higher the rating, the higher the insurance premiums, and the greater the chance it will be that the home will be declared uninsurable.
Clearly, enhancing WUI wildfire fighting capabilities helps the community and the homeowners, but also multiple industries as well. Specifically, we need technology that will create fire lines, monitor weather and fire location, and enhance communication. Ms. Peterman, can your company do this?
Yes. Our solution to your problem is our wildfire fighting robot, the WFR 3962. Dr. Liu, our lead engineer, will explain.
The WFR 3962 is a fire-resistant and waterproof all-terrain robot that is equipped with a front plow to clear brush and the back hitch to attach a fire line plow. It can apply wet or dry fire suppressant behind the fire line and initiate a back burn. The robot is fully equipped with the mobile version of the U.S. Forest Service Remote Automatic Weather Station System. The WFR 3962 is equipped with systems for thermal imaging, webcam imaging, and night vision. The information is relayed via satellite communication to any internet-connected device. The robot has a GPS tracker and a remote control navigation system.
Existing robotic equipment, such as the HAL and HAL Thermite, are designed solely for structural fire suppression. Surveillance drones are limited by the high winds generated during wildfires. Ours is the only robot designed for the unique demands of WUI wildfire suppression, compatible with existing wildfire fighting equipment.
This sounds very promising. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you. So that last bit you were saying, you think this is a solution that could be retrofitted onto existing bulldozers and whatnot? Okay.
So it's a fire line plow in the back
Yes.
and a brush clearer plow in the front.
Yes.
And would this go out before a fire season starts, or just when a fire is really started?
When there's a fire and it's heading towards the neighborhood, then they create create fire lines to try and stop the fire. So this would be immediately deployed to create those.
How practical is it to convert an existing device into a robot, robotically controlled?
Well, I'm sorry. You want?
No?
Okay. Pretty much we have all the technology, but people won't put them together. So I think that it will, with all the different technologies out there, we can definitely combine them together.
And having a person drive something like this puts them in really big danger. So it would be risking those people's lives, and they could be doing something else that only humans can do.
Would you license Caterpillar to incorporate this in their new devices, or would you sell this as an add-on?
I think they see it takes all this technology, but it sort of needs to be tailored to fit the specific thing. So it would be pretty new.
So do the Caterpillars out there now already have the fire suppressant machinery on there, or is that?
They don't have the fire suppressant on there, but they do have like the different plows, like the fire line plow and a front plow.
Because it's a bulldozer,
Mhm.
and then brush engines have fire suppressant, and then the remote automatic weather station has to be used by a human, and the
Mhm.
bulldozer has to be used by a human, and so does the brush truck.
And so what, each residential area would buy one of these, or so it'd be ready, or
They would
group
most
of them?
They would most likely be owned by the local fire station or wildfire fighting station, and then they would be deployed when they're needed when a wildfire starts.
So they would be assessed by, on the local people, they would essentially pay some money towards buying one of these things and
Yeah.
help reduce their rates on insurance?
Because, yeah, exactly.
And how are you better than how and how thermite again?
The how to have thermite, it doesn't have to be manned by a human, but the human has to be like in the person like controlling it has to be within a certain range. So ours doesn't have to be in that range.
And it's only for structural fires, doesn't have fire suppressant, can't make fire lines, can't do any of the wildfire stuff.
Okay, some basically is like with a joystick
Yeah,
going
exactly,
like this
yeah.
driving.
And
Okay.
spraying water.
Okay.
So what sort of range would your operator have to be within? Is
well,
you said it's satellite?
satellite
control? Okay.
communication.
So no range.
Yeah, no range.
Okay.
Very impressive solution, man.
It looks like you've done a ton of research. Can you tell me some of the sources you used?
We use, okay, we use the Oregon Department of Forestry. They have a lot of that. We talked to multiple firefighter battalion chiefs who have fought in wildfires. We talked to, we talked to Lake Oswego Fire Department, Portland Fire Department, and then we also had this special website for that. It talked about hardening your home to prepare for wildfire, because it's a big thing.
So did you tell? Oh, sorry.
So, and for the insurance part, we also interviewed some from Farmers Insurance.
Okay, terrific. So you went to a lot of different sources. How about sharing your ideas about the robotic, firefighting robot?
Well, we shared it with the people we had interviewed, and then we also had an open house for
Oh.
people to come.
And where did you do that?
We showed the robot, we gave our presentation, and we told about FLL
Okay, and where did you do that one
at house.
at your house? Okay, so you have people come in and see that, and all right, cool. And what sort of feedback did you get about your presentation?
Well, we got feedback from all the visitors that we went to, like all the firefighters, all the insurance people, and they gave us some feedback, like what we should have differently or things like that.
And they said it would be breakthrough, to have something like this. Yeah, here.
I once saw one of those little thermite ones, but the video of it on shooting for an oil fire.
Yeah.
Something like that. It was kind of cool.
Did anything surprise you as you went through your research and idea development?
I didn't really know about wildfires and stuff because I never had direct experience. So I was really surprised just to know how much these firefighters risk their lives to do this, like getting right in front of a fire and taking a fire line to save a community. I think it's a really big thing for a job.
And also, I kind of knew about wildfires, but ever since when I was researching about wildfires, I was surprised how much wildfires there are that happen in the United States. And I was thinking, well, I only hear about like wildfires on the news like every so often, but there's actually a whole ton that happens in 1 year.
You also do very well with firefighting, considering that you're a gastroenterologist.
I'm just borrowing my dad.
We look for the small things.
Alright.
Great job. Great job.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.